All right, I welcome everybody here tonight, and I'm going to turn this over to the mayor after we do the oaths. And I was very happy to be asked to come in and do this. We're going to be breaking this up a little. I'm going to get the mayor sworn in first. And we're going to have him swear in the newest member of council. And I'm going to swear at the old guys because it's only fair because they swear at me all the time. And it's in large part people like Sonny Trudich and Mike Gursky and actually even Dave. I served with them on council. It was a pleasure. And, you know, Justin, I welcome you. I hope you know what you got yourself into, but I've seen your antics in the paper. You are community service oriented and like to do things for the community, so I think you're going to fit right in. But Mayor, come on around. We're going to get you started. Andrew, you want to come to the back? Mary Ricks. Let's go Bible, please raise your right hand. And repeat after me. I, Christian P. Morrison,
I, Christian P. Morrison,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
with fidelity. So, congratulations.
Is there anyone you'd like to bring up with you to stand with you as you this morning? I will raise your right hand. Repeat after me. State your name.
I, Justin Starzl,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support,
to support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and I will discharge my duties
and I will discharge my duties
with fidelity.
with fidelity,
So help me God.
so help me God.
I know.
Please come out here and be quiet. I just was sorry I didn't have any moment.
Repeat after me. I, David.
I, David Mason,
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and I will discharge the duties of my office
and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity. So help me God. Thank you.
I'd like to take your piece.
Do
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
the Constitution of the Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity, so help me God. So help me God.
What seniority I come to you? So anyway, it's gonna have you have a seat. Or stand. Repeat after me. I, John Church.
I, John Church.
No. Raise your right hand. I'm sorry. There we go. Raise the Bible. Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity, so help me God. Have a seat. Mayor's asked me to stick around at least for the pledge, although I'll probably stay for the rest of the meeting if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
And I'll rise to pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please lead us in prayer.
O God, from whom all power comes, by whose divine will all must abide, we thank you for our civil liberties and our freedom, for our opportunities and our privileges. We beg of you to bless, assist, and enlighten the newly elected officials. May they prove worthy of the confidence placed in them by their fellow citizens. May they be just and upright in their thinking, honest in their actions, and ever be guided by a true conscience in the items they vote on. Amen.
As we call this Reorganizational Council meeting 2014 to order. We'll start with the roll call vote. Roll call.
Kara.
Here.
Conley.
Here.
Evans. Percy. Mays. Marshall. Riddick.
At this point, I'd like to call for nominations for President of Council. Nominate Mike first. First, we have a second. First by Brian, second by John. Are there any other nominations? I declare the nominations closed. Vote for President of Council in order of nomination. Do we do them roll call or do we do them? Ayes? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We have one more. All right, second order of business. Nomination for Vice President of Council. Nomination, we have a second? Second by Tom. Are there any other nominations? Nominations are closed. I'll vote for Vice President. All in favor of Brian Collins for Vice President?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous? At this point, I relinquish the chair to President Council Gursky.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to open nominations, open the floor for nominations for President Pro Tem. Second. Motion by David, second. Any other nominations? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, no. Ayes have it. At this time on the agenda, we'd like to have the council members and officials of the borough get together for a 2014-2015 Borough Council program. Yeah, come over here. Stay there.
I don't like that. Hey, it's true. Since he was going to
Want us to move down one chair?
Photoshop a picture like an American flag.
Or you can smile what comes on. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, and watch what goes on.
all white, nice.
That is here.
I know. Yes. Well, if you want to try to.
It's true.
I do. Okay. Nice that new people come on.
All I care about anything that is past.
Where was this question taken? The council here.
They give it in 10 minutes.
Get some people that live in the and I'm just figuring out this thing.
Right behind you.
Put it
Move all the signs.
I honestly don't even have a plan.
Why don't you just listen to it, it goes a lot quicker.
What's around the job? You have to have something.
Really fast, really fast. Like, knock it down and see. Thanks, John, thank you.
So much.
All right, right here, 1, 2, 3.
That's, you know. Really what? It's just one session. Oh, you? Well, I took them to school.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, you know, there's a pastor over here, and he's a school counselor.
Panoramic view. What's that? Not needed.
He's gonna be selling packages.
All right, one more. One more.
Smoking hard.
All right, 1, 2. Thank you.
It doesn't have to be cooking. And there is some salt.
That's officially going across.
Probably very long. Positive.
I don't know about that. I don't see them. Should have you in it. Oh, no, yeah, no, thank you.
Thank you, everybody, and congratulations. We reorganize every 2 years after the municipal election, and something that I think we often take for granted, municipal government relies on people to participate, so thank everybody for serving and for running and for supporting those people who want to serve and want to run. Democracy doesn't work without it, so it's an important thing that we do at each and every meeting we come to. Okay. I'm going to now begin the regular council meeting of Monday, January 6, 2014. And we're going to start with the appointment of a vacancy board chair. So we need nomination for a vacancy board chair.
And nominate Reorganizational.
A motion by Tom and a second by Dave to nominate Ray Vanetsky to the vacancy board chair. Anybody have any questions or comments? Anybody from the floor wish to address this motion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, no. The ayes have it. Next on the agenda, we'll have the appointment of the various borough officials. In the package today, there's a list of appointed officials and vacancies. So I'd like to ask for a nomination for the appointed borough officials.
Make a motion, we reappoint the officials as listed.
A motion by Brian and a second by Dave. Anybody have any questions or comments?
That's his stuff.
That's the, if you look at the first page on that packet, it's elected and appointed officials. This is our police chief, our borough manager, our secretary, our assistant treasurer,
Borough engineers and stuff.
yep, and the fire chief. Anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody from the floor? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, no. The ayes have it. Now we have other appointments that we need to make for the various authorities, boards, and commissions. Borough Council has a list of the authorities, boards, and commissions of the Borough of Tamaqua, and there's the vacancies for terms that are expired are in bold.
One at a time.
One at a time. Have we had anybody express interest in the planning commission?
No.
Anybody knows anyone who's interested in serving on our Tamaqua Borough Planning Commission? You could contact the borough manager or submit a letter of interest. There is one vacancy on the planning commission. There's 7 members on that board, and there is one vacancy.
Just to start with the Board of Health again. That's a motion.
No, their terms don't expire, only the ones that expire.
Oh, so part of your point.
Yep. On the far right-hand side column is when their term expires.
I see.
So unless it expires January 1st of this year, we don't need to to do that. We don't have we had anybody express interest in the Board of Appeals? Tamaqua Borough Authority.
I'll make a motion that it equate Phil Hahn to the Tamaqua Water Authority.
A motion is second to appoint Phil Hahn to the Tamaqua Water Authority.
Borough Authority.
Motion is to appoint Phil Hahn to the Tamaqua Borough Authority. Motion second, Phil Hahn.
Yes.
Anybody have any questions, comments? Anybody from the floor wish to address this motion? It's on page 2, the bottom of page 2 of the packet. Anybody from the floor? Please stand up, state your name and address.
Catherine Murelli, 163 Alfred Road, former councilwoman Catherine Murelli. Did you advertise for that?
We don't advertise, we take letters of interest, and those people can submit letters of interest at any time. We're not obligated to advertise. These commission members serve at the will of council.
And is that a paid
There's
position?
it's $100 per month, or $100 per meeting, they meet monthly.
Thanks.
Is that right? Still $100?
Borough Authority is $25, Water Authority is $50.
I stand corrected, it's $25 per month.
So my question then is, if they're not advertised, how do we get people involved or get other people to put their names on that position?
We ask people to submit letters of interest. If people ever express an interest in,
If people are interested and they don't know that their position's open, how can we get them letters of interest?
they would submit the letter that they're interested.
Okay, but if the position that's open isn't advertised, how do we get them letters of interest is what I'm trying to ask?
People submit them. I'm not sure. We often, and I know the media is very helpful in this, list in the newspaper articles about the meetings of the vacancies that come up.
That's what I was asking.
We don't pay for advertising. We typically
But somehow the word gets out there of the position that's open.
yes, and we often have vacancies, so if there's anybody who's interested in any of the positions, we keep a running list, it's available at the Borough Hall, a copy of it with any vacancies. Any other questions or comments? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, no? No. Roll call vote.
Kara.
Yes.
Conlon.
No.
Mason.
Yes.
Judith.
No, we're voting on Phil Hum, to put Phil Hum on the sewer authority. Phil Hum. This is up on page 3, he's the former teacher.
He's a good man.
The term of John Tracy expired on the 1st of January. So this is John Tracy's term expired. Well, he sent a letter of interest too. So we vote, how do you vote on Phil Hum? Should we appoint him or no? Yes or no?
Hold on a second.
No, he
You
does.
said,
Oh, he does.
so you said John Tracy wanted to be reappointed.
Hold on, we're voting. The question.
Why wasn't his letter in here?
He submitted it at a previous meeting.
Oh, okay.
We read it in correspondence. And it wasn't actually from him, it was from the authority.
No, it's not.
Can't vote for you, John, yes or no? No? Yes. Tie vote, Mayor? Four to three, the motion passes.
you voted to replace them, right? That's right.
So, can I just ask a question? Okay, so there's a letter from the water authority asking for him to be reinstated, but we didn't go along with the water authority?
It's the borough.
Sewer authority, we get this water.
The borough council appoints the authority. And other than the residency requirement, the age requirement, there's no, they serve at the village. They'll be
The
appointed.
thing is, if you sent a letter of resignation in,
No, there wasn't a letter.
There wasn't a letter.
There wasn't a letter of resignation. He was asking for reinstatement.
The next vacancy is on the Tamaqua Area Water Authority.
Point Phil Humphrey.
Motion by Tom, second by Dave. Anybody have any questions or comments? Anybody from the floor wishing to address this motion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, no. So the roll call vote.
Karen,
Yes.
Conley,
Yes.
Mace,
Yes.
Starzel,
No.
Trudich,
Yeah.
Gursky.
Yes.
Pass.
I believe that's all the vacancies that we can fill. There is a vacancy on the police pension committee, so
You get his letter in? I believe his letter came in, so we're gonna vote on that? No, it's
So, and who's the letter from?
Larry Whittick, he says he agrees to serve on the police pension fund committee for the borough.
To be clear, there's 2 citizens advisories on that, one for the borough side, one for the police side. The borough side is Senator Griffiths, and so this would be for the police side, for Larry.
And this is acceptable to the department?
Yes.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody from the floor wish to address this motion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, no. Ayes have it. Okay. In the borough council packet, there's a list of the meeting dates for 2014. I'll just remind the council members that if you don't have a motion for the agenda, if there's no motions for the agenda, we can cancel the first meeting of the month. If there are items to discuss and vote on, we can certainly continue to have those meetings. But the meeting dates are set for 2014. We have the reading of the minutes of the regular council meeting held on December 17, 2013.
Second.
A motion by Dave and a second by Brian. Anybody have any questions or comments? Anybody from the floor wish to address this motion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Anyone opposed, no. The ayes have it. Correspondence.
I had 2, one I already read, which was from Larry Whittick, and that was for the police pension. The second one is, I would like to submit my name's consideration for appointment to the Tamaqua Borough Water/Sewer Authority, and that was submitted by Philip C. Hom. And that's all I have.
Is there anybody from the floor that wishes to address council at this time about any matter? Please stand up and state your name and address, please.
Michelle Mahalik. I live at 313 Orksburg Street in Tamaqua, and I hope all of these work as a team, not against each other this year, because it's going on already. Because I already heard somebody called somebody an asshole over here. You need to work as a team. You're here for us people, not for you to be sitting here thinking it's a party place. You're here for us.
I absolutely agree with you, Michelle, and, really, everybody needs to treat each other with respect and dignity regardless of personal feelings towards each other. Once elections are over, we put all of that behind us. once people are elected officials or appointed officials, we have the work of the borough to take care of, and there's plenty of work that needs to get done there, and those sorts of things don't help anybody, so I would agree with you. Anybody else from the floor wish to address council, please stand up and state your name and address.
Hi, Ryan Mearley, 163 Oak Creek Road. I would like to respectfully disagree with you that you're going to promote teamwork, because during the vote on Phil Hum for Sewer Authority, I heard, while John Trudich was deciding on who to vote for, I noticed Tom Karras said he's a good man, which I feel is undue lobbying. Whether or not it's against procedure, I just feel it's undue and it's bad form. Justin Startzell asked a question about the vote, and you said, hold on, we're voting, which I feel you probably should have silenced Tom's remark regarding the candidate's character as well.
Well, we did answer Justin's questions.
Kind of, but you did allow undue lobbying for a candidate.
Thank you. Anybody else? Patrick?
Yeah, I just want to ask, is Justin the youngest council person to ever be elected out here? I was just curious.
I don't know. How old are you, Justin?
I'm 24.
Yes. I think he is Catholic.
I just thought it was, we're always promoting historical things, and I thought that would be interesting to know.
I don't know. Anybody else have anything for council? Okay. Is there any other business before the borough?
Let me bring one thing up. The sewer authority is going to be doing work on Swatara Street to repair that water that's leaking into the sewer system. And you're going to be closing Swatara Street. You're going to be closing it from Broad to the next street up?
To Row.
To Row. I know St. Jerome's Church has a parking lot that's going to be affected by that. So,
we've been in communication with them, with the school district and with St. Jerome's. They're well aware of it.
so could you tell me what's going to happen? How are people going to be able to exit the parking lot?
I believe when you're exiting that parking lot, they would have to exit on the Broad Street side, and they would have to make a right turn.
So you're not going to change anything, that you'll be able to make a left turn. So everybody that comes out of that lot is going to have to turn right and go up Stadium Hill or Lehigh Street.
Right. It'll be an inconvenience for a week, so we're aware of that. The project should take about a week, and they'll start on Wednesday.
It's going to start on Wednesday. One other question, Kevin. So people that are traveling east are not allowed to turn left into the parking lot.
Eastbound traffic, yes.
So they're going to have to do what? They're going to have to go
Travel westbound.
So they'll have to go down to where the Elks is.
They have to be traveling the westbound direction.
And they're going to have to turn around and go west. So you can't waive that so people could turn into that?
It's permitted by PennDOT. Yeah, it's part of the streetscape permit.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, they'll have to come back around, so if they're coming east on Broad, they're gonna either have to go Cottage Avenue or come into town and turn right around.
Because they won't be able to use the side entrance for about a week.
So you talked to Father Prince about it?
Rob made all the contacts.
Okay.
Yeah. And we informed the school, the Tamaqua School District as well, because that's part of the busing system.
All right. So
Get a press release, inform the immediate neighbors, because there'll be some noise there during the day.
I also seen there was a correspondence letter from Rick Weaver, referring to, I guess that's Corey Herring, for a part-time police officer.
Yes.
Do you want us to take action on this tonight?
Yes, I would appreciate that.
Okay. Well, I'd like to make a motion to hire Corey Herring back to Tamaqua Police Department as part-time police officer.
Second. We have a motion by Justin, second by Tom. Anybody have any questions or comments? Welcome back. Anybody from the floor wish to address this motion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, no? The ayes have it. Any other business?
I said one thing, Mike, on the, our last, I thought we did the last meeting, apparently we didn't, but we did, approve a 2% discretionary bonus and 1 day for the chief.
as part of his contract. So I'll make that a motion to do that.
Second. Can you explain that again?
We have a motion by Brian, second by Dave under the question.
It's the annual increase or the wage increase under contract. We call it a discretionary bonus because instead of actually awarding an increase, that increase will fall along, so it keeps going. We call it a discretionary bonus, it's our discretion, which means he may not get it next year and it didn't increase anything, it's not locked in.
Okay.
The wage increases for our police department, other than the chief, are governed by the contract with the police. The chief of police is an appointed official, and so if we're gonna give him a pay increase, we have to approve that separately, then from outside the contract. And what Brian is saying is that instead of a 2% increase in his wage, we're gonna give him a 2% bonus and one additional day vacation. Well, we're in the question, I think you deserve it, because you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Anybody from the floor? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, no. The ayes have it. Any other business before the borough?
Motion adjourned.
Second.
We have a motion by Brian, second by Dave. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you, everybody.
Real quick here, before Eric's around to meet everybody. Before I step on over and visit with our council members, congratulations. Dave Green's council members, Brian Conley, Tom Jarrett. George, is you okay?
I looked up my question about the prayer. Apparently it's before the Supreme Court right now. Some town in New York versus
Municipal prayer or school prayer?
municipal.
Municipal prayer.
Right. Apparently there's some, let's see the name of it. I had it up. Yeah, there we go. It is Town of Greece versus Galway.
I've heard about that.
It's in New York, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see how that ends up.
Yeah, then I definitely know personally.
Yeah.
Hello.
Galloway's current Supreme Court case about whether or not